I think it was a latency issue. Is that better? Is that better, guys? Is that better? Move? Less than a minute slide home.
Jacksonville's east side. We got reports from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office shortly after 10 this morning. We know that JSO has closed a portion of Buckman Street from 24th to 27th Street for the investigation. We do have a crew on scene, but details of what led up to the shooting are not yet known. There is a map there of where this officer-involved shooting is reported to have happened. That's Buckman Street. We're still working to learn some more information. Now we have a live look there. You can see the caution tape is up, and there are a couple of cars out there way in the back there of this picture, this live picture from the scene at Buckman Street. This is on Jacksonville's east side. Again, we are still waiting for a media briefing from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Details are very limited at this time, but we do know they are investigating an officer-involved shooting on the east side. Of course, we'll keep you updated on air and on the First Coast News app, as well as First Coast News Plus as we learn more. And of course, we'll have live coverage on First Coast News at noon.
This has been a First Coast News on your side special report. First Coast News is always on. Stream now on First Coast News Plus.
Okay.
is a First Coast News On Your Side special report.
Good morning, I'm Riley Phillips. We're coming on the air at this hour because there's been an officer-involved shooting on Buckman Street. That's on Jacksonville's east side. We've received reports from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office shortly after 10 this morning. We know JSO has closed a portion of Buckman Street from 24th to 27th Street for the investigation. We do have a crew on the scene right now, but details of what led up to the shooting are not yet known. There is where JSO is saying this officer-involved shooting happened. That's on Jacksonville's east side. Let's go live out to our Zach Wilcox now. He's live there on the scene. And Zach, I know details are limited right now, so what are you seeing there?
Yeah, Riley, we're stepping out of the way here because we have a sheriff's office vehicle working its way out of the scene, so we're trying to get out of the way. But we do know that this is a bit of a grid pattern here in the Talleyrand area. As you mentioned, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th Street, kind of going in that direction. We have another crew that's been going around the perimeter and talked about just how wide this is shut down, several blocks in every direction here, as they've got all kinds of caution tape out here. And you can see a mobile command center that's set up down about a block from where we are. Lots of flashing lights and also some detective vehicles down in that direction as well. And we know that Long Branch Elementary is only about maybe 2-3 blocks from here. So the next call that I'm going to make once we're finished here is to see if there's any kind of soft lockdown happening at that school. A lot of the times when we see these kinds of shooting investigations, we know that the schools in that neighborhood will go on a soft lockdown just out of a precautionary measure. So we're going to check on that here as soon as we get wrapped up here. But we talked with one woman who was about a block in the other direction from where we are, and that woman mentioned that she was out drinking her morning coffee and heard a bang, bang, bang. She mentioned that she saw police out here for a while beforehand. It wasn't like they pulled up and then she heard the sound. They were out here investigating something. She even mentioned that she thought she saw a helicopter overhead. Obviously, these are details we still need to confirm with Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, but she said she heard that bang, 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 which certainly startled her. And they've been standing just about a block from here, kind of keeping an eye on the scene as we wait for more developments from JSO as well. But again, several blocks closed down here. You got a mobile command center. We know that we're going to also have the sheriff out at the scene, who will be a part of the update that we get from JSO. Lots of flashing lights down that direction and tons of caution tape here through the Talleyrand kind of little neighborhood here just north of the east side. So hopefully we'll have some more developments for you the next time that we talk with you. But for now, that's really what we've been able to gather from folks who are in this neighborhood that maybe heard something this morning, and then what we're able to see here being on the scene. But for right now, we'll wrap it up in the Talleyrand area. Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.
Thank you, Zach. Still a lot of questions to be answered out there from the scene. We're going to bring in our crime and safety analyst, Mark Buckman, now. He's joining us by phone. Mark, if you can hear me, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Are you able to just start? I mean, what have you been hearing about, or what are you able to share about this incident right now?
You know, it's very preliminary, and what I'm hearing is, you know, it's right now, it's just in the initial investigative stage. Apparently, it looks like they were out there answering a call, and in the process of answering that call, they engaged somebody who they had to use deadly force against. So now they're going to have to quadrant off the area, make sure there's no any other suspect involvement, and then they're going to investigate the officer-involved shooting portion of it, which will amount to calling out the cold case homicide detectives who work officer-involved shootings.
Okay, that's my next question is, I mean, can you just walk us through what officers and detectives on scene are doing right now as we wait for an official update from the sheriff?
So we'll have command staff people arrive on the scene. You have your district commander there, I'm sure, as well as immediate supervision. They'll separate the officer that was involved in the shooting. They'll separate any witnesses, and then they'll begin to start their investigation. Once everybody is briefed, based upon how it's worked in the past with officer-involved shootings, the sheriff will make a statement, but it probably will be a very limited statement based upon wanting to get all the facts right. He believes in full transparency, so he's not going to say anything that's inaccurate, I'm sure of that.
Yeah, and Mark, this is now our 12th officer-involved shooting this year for JSO. So far, I mean, is that number 12, is that concerning to you? I know we really can't look at trends when it comes to officer-involved shootings.
Yeah, we reported on this before in the past, and, you know, I know in past years, even when I was working with JSO, when I was working with DEA, they had as many as 20 and 25 in 1 year. So I don't know where how they track it, if this is a lot at this point or not.
Yeah, and of course we can see the PIO Christian Hancock. He is walking up to our crew, so hopefully we'll be able to get an update from the scene here soon. But Mark Buckman, thank you so much for joining us, our crime and safety analyst, joining us over the phone this morning. Again, we're on the scene now of an officer-involved shooting on Jacksonville's east side. Hopefully we'll be getting an update soon from Sheriff TK Waters from the scene. But for now, you can join us both on air, online on firstcoastnews.com, on our First Coast News app, and we'll have the latest details on First Coast News at noon.
This has been a First Coast News on your side special report. First Coast News is always on. Stream now on First Coast News Plus.
We're leaving her on blue, and we'll see.
Very good.
All right.
All right, hopefully no interruptions on the show.